It's your boy Davidoff. Welcome back to Euro 2020 predictions. As you can see, I have done horribly at predicting this. I thought Wales might pull their magic again and pull something off against Denmark. I was clearly very wrong. Denmark smashed them 4-0. Fair play though, Denmark looking dangerous as well. I think they got a good chance of doing really well this tournament. They already have done well, but they could do even better. But yeah, great win for them. My prediction obviously was wrong. Italy, Austria, predicted 2-0. They scored 2 goals. Extra time though, obviously. But still, I was 1 goal off. I wasn't a goal off in 90 minutes, but I was in extra time. This game counts after extra time, by the way. That's why it says I was close, even though I feel it should be 90 minutes, to be honest. But yeah, Italy didn't concede a goal in the group stages, so I was counting on them to not concede again in the knockouts. They conceded, so it is what it is. It's close though, close. Netherlands, Czech Republic, predicted 3-1 Netherlands. I didn't think the Czech would pull this off, but they did. The Czechs pulled this off really damn well. Well-deserved win, so damn good. It's all, for me, it all comes down to that Marlon chance. If Marlon scores that chance, they go 1-0 up. No red card for the Netherlands for De Ligt, and then it's a different game. Goals change games, obviously. He had probably the easiest one-on-one chance of the tournament, Donio Marlon, and he messed it up. Then 30 seconds later, his teammate gets sent off, and then that changes the whole game. So, yeah, crazy. It's always those little moments. All it takes is one moment to change everything. Fantastic window, you know. That was a great game to watch. Belgium, Portugal. Predicted 2-1 to Belgium. It was 1-0, so I predicted a narrow Belgium win. I got that bit right, not the scoreline. But yeah, Portugal were actually very close to actually equalising at least, getting to extra time, because they were really hot on Belgium's heels, but Belgium just about survived despite a few mistakes at the end. Croatia, Spain. Predicted 1-1. I thought, you know, Spain had quite a few draws in the group stages, a couple draws. Then they scored 5 goals. Then they scored 5 goals again. I did get the draw though, technically. In 90 minutes it was 3-3. Wasn't close to my prediction, but still 3-3 was the score. Then they won 5-3 in extra time. This, for me, I mean, for most people, best day of the tournament, and one of the best days in football. Like, it was really that good. These 2 games were insane. 14 goals in 2 games on one match day. Rather ridiculous, I would say. And this went to penalties, obviously. Mbappe, the player, of all players to miss, it was Mbappe to miss the penalty. Crazy stuff. Both of these games, Spain and France led 3-1. Then it went to extra time at 3-3, so that was pretty crazy too. But Spain managed to survive the scare. France did not. France are out. I predicted 2-0 to France. I thought, hey, world champions against the team that never makes it past the last 16. Surely France will win this. No. As you can see, they choked. So, yeah, crazy. France out, Portugal out, Germany out. The entire group of death is gone, which is ridiculous. Like, the group of death, Portugal, Germany, France, Hungary, they're all gone. And it's the last 16. It's actually ridiculous. England, Germany, I was pessimistic because the biggest team we'd beaten in a tournament the last few years was Colombia. And Colombia are a very good side. But apart from that, you know, in the World Cup, losses to Belgium and Croatia. We should have beaten Croatia, I think, but we choked it. We hadn't beaten a giant in a tournament yet. So I was doubtful about Germany, but we pulled it off at Wembley. Sterling scored again, and Kane finally Kane scored. Hopefully that gives him a huge confidence boost that he needs. Sweden, Ukraine. Predicted 2-2. Technically a goal off. Obviously this was after extra time, obviously, because it was 1-1 at full time. But yeah, good win for Ukraine, and it's England v Ukraine in the quarterfinals, which will be quite interesting. Ukraine have had quite the story so far, and Shevchenko, a guy who I really love, he's a legend, loved watching him. He's obviously the manager, so I think he captained them to a World Cup quarterfinal like a decade ago, and now he's managed them to a Euro quarterfinal. I think it's their first ever one as well, so that's pretty crazy. And I think a decade ago was their first ever World Cup quarterfinal, so it's amazing what Shevchenko's achieved with Ukraine. But yeah, there we go. I am not honestly annoyed with my predictions. Like this one I could have put as a Denmark win, sure. But this one, I thought this would happen. I thought, you know, I was fairly confident about a lot of these. I am definitely happy I got this wrong, for sure. I'm happy I got this wrong. But yeah, I'm not that annoyed, to be honest. I'm not that annoyed. I don't think my predictions were that bad. It's just that there was a lot of shocks this round, so it made my predictions look very bad. But still, it is bad, okay? I admit it. It is bad, but also wasn't as bad as it looks, okay? It doesn't make any sense. Let's actually predict the quarterfinals. Switzerland v Spain. Switzerland's luck surely runs out here, unfortunately. I hope it doesn't, but I think they will lose to Spain. They've done well to get this far, and it would be amazing if they got further, but I just don't see them beating Spain. Yes, they did just beat the world champions, I know, but that would have taken a lot out of them, that game. I think they'll lose to Spain, unfortunately, but we'll see. If Spain win this, they get to semi-final. You know, that's not a bad recovery based on the last few tournaments. I'm going to say Spain 2-1. Yeah. So Switzerland give them a game, but Spain do win the game. The thing is, I predicted low scores for round of 16, and there were 2 games that had like more than 6 goals in them. So I feel like this will be like a 4-3 or something, a 4-2. But I'll stick with 2-1. Belgium Italy. This for me is, apart from England obviously, this is the most interesting game to me. From like, obviously as I'm supporting England, so obviously England's most interesting to me. But in terms of like, you know, from a neutral perspective and what's the best game, like to be unbiased, this is for me the most interesting game of the quarterfinal for sure. 2 big teams who have won all their games. I fancy Italy, you know. Even though Belgium I feel are better, I fancy Italy to pull this off. I really do, because Belgium, they got a good squad. Obviously, got to semi-final last year. They were great. Of course, they got 3rd place as well in the World Cup. But they haven't been that convincing in this tournament. I don't feel they did well in the group stages, but against Portugal, I don't feel they looked that convincing. And against a defense as good as Italy's, I would be doubtful about Belgium getting through here. I really would. Now maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they finally turn up and click in this game and just smash them. But with Italy's defense and the way Belgium played against Portugal, I fancy Italy here. I really do. I really do fancy Italy. I'm going to go for 1-0 Italy. I'm going to go for it. 1-0 Italy. Yeah? I could be wrong, but risks are there to be taken, mate. Risks are there to be taken, all right? Czech Republic, Denmark. Also, if I was to be unbiased, very interesting. More interesting than Ukraine, England. Like, I would go that far. I think this is a very interesting game because these are 2 teams that no one expected to go this far. And 2 teams that have done well, have had good stories. Denmark, obviously, after happened in the first game, you know, very sad day. But since then, you know, they've played their football and they've made themselves proud, I think. No matter what happens from here, I think they've had a good time since then, from match day 2 onwards, even though they lost in match day 2. But the point is they had a good time since, right? And it's a great story for them. And for them as well, you know, they weren't expected to go far, but they did well this tournament. They did very well. Patrick Schick especially on fire. And both of these teams now, they'll be going to this game thinking they probably got a good chance of a semi-final here and possibly a final. Whoever wins this game has a big opportunity here for sure. So I'm not sure. It's too hard to call for me. It really is. Because they've both, like Denmark won 4-0. Czech Republic knocked out the Netherlands. They're both looking like they could do something special. Like they've already done something special, but even more special, I feel like. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I feel like extra time. Okay, I feel like I've said it too many times, okay? 2-2. I don't know. This could be any result, honestly. This could be any result. 2-2. Yeah, 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. Ukraine v England. I predict You see, no matter who we play, I'm always like pessimistic. I'm always nervous. But we should beat Ukraine. But it doesn't mean we will beat Ukraine. We could easily lose this game, you know. Beating Germany, losing to Ukraine, that would be an England thing to do, I guess, even though we don't beat Germany very often. But it was a massive win. And if we do win this, we'll be at Wembley for the rest of the tournament, if we do go far, obviously. So, it's a massive opportunity. Ukraine have done better than people expected of them. But I think we need to be wary. I think they are dangerous and they can beat us on their day. So, I hope I'm right in saying that we will win. But if Ukraine win, then that will be very upsetting. I'm not doing this to be arrogant or anything. I'm just doing this to think this is what should happen. Doesn't mean it will happen, but an England win should happen. Should happen in 90 minutes as well. But we'll see. We'll see. 2-0 England, 2-2 between Czech Republic and Denmark, 1-0 Italy, and 2-1 to Spain. This is your boy. Actually, wait. You know what? Yeah, Fantasy League. Right, so this is my team. It didn't do very well, clearly. Donnarumma, who has not conceded a goal until this point, did really well, got me points, then he conceded. So, 2. Spinazzola brought him in, he got 5. Laporte and Diaz, 2 and 1. It's funny, he conceded a lot more goals and only got 1 point less. Ramsey got 2, Havertz got 2. Pogba, he scored, he got 8. I brought in Italian players because they were doing well. And then when I bring them in, they don't do anything for me. I brought the wrong Italians in, clearly. 3 and 1. Mbappe, obviously, he hasn't performed all tournaments, so we're not surprised. He got an assist, though. Lukaku as captain has been a mistake apart from one match day. This is the most annoying bit, though. He got 12. He got 12 points. So, I've already made my transfers. So, just so you know, I've already made my transfers. This is my team. I've used my limitless card. So limitless means unlimited transfers, unlimited transfer fee. So you can make your team as good as you want to make it. So this is what I've gone with. I've gone with all the pretty much, I mean, not all of them, but most of the highest point scorers. I've just gone with that. So yeah, so I just looked at who's at the top. I'll pick you, mate. So I got the, apart from Pickford, I've got 2 of the highest scoring keepers. I am sticking with Donnarumma, because I do have a feeling that Italy will win the game. But yeah, I picked 2 keepers from the same game, basically. So this is a very strong bench. He got 12 points. He's Verratti. And he's got quite a few points as well, Meunier. But my midfield, I've gone with Thorgan Hazard. He's had a good tournament so far, so you never know, even though I think Italy will beat them. Sterling, England have scored 4 goals. He scored 3 of them, so why not? Souček, he's having a good tournament, and Ferran Torres scored in the round of 16, so I think against Switzerland he could have a good game. My defence, Laporte, Shaw and Stones. This will only pay off if we get a clean sheet, so hopefully we do. Shaw did get an assist as well in the last 16, maybe something similar in Rome, that would be nice. I feel like I should put Verratti in, or Meunier, but I'm going to stick with that midfield. Might be a risk, I don't know. And my strikers, Lukaku, I've captained Kane. Now, I know what you're thinking. He's not been playing very well recently. I know, but he scored. And sometimes for a striker, when they're having a bad run, all it takes is 1 goal to turn their form right around, right? I'm counting on this. I'm taking a huge risk, but I'm counting on Harry Kane hitting form. And this would be a good time for him to hit form, alright? So I've captained him just in case he hits that form, okay? Patrick Schick is here because he's had a good tournament so far and I wanted to put him in my team. I really like him, so yeah. And Lukaku, I think, I decided to keep him in, but I'm not sure. I have contradicted myself here because I think Italy will win, but I put Lukaku up front with Thorgan Hazard in midfield. You see, this is the thing about picking a team that's too strong. You're always going to have stars on the bench. Well, if it's not too late, you can let me know if I should change this, but it might be too late by the time you reply. So yeah, the Super Brew Predictor, well, there's no point in me telling you now, but you can, if you somehow wanted to join, click on the football, Euros Predictor, add pool, join a friend's pool, and then you can join me. Heapway is the code, random name, Davidoff Predicts or Davidoff's League, and you can join this league where I am not doing well, clearly. Currently, this guy is first. And in this one, I got a league as well. Hopefully the link's in the description. But here it is. I am 9th, also not doing well. The code is 56S4. Is that an O or a 0? I don't know. DK109. I think these O's are the same. I think that's a... Is that a letter or a number? I don't know. Work it out for yourself. I have no idea. Anyway, this is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and see ya.